Hi, what's going on, people on YouTube? My name is Junior. This time I am not with my brother, but if you clicked on this video, you're gonna know exactly what it costs to own a Hellcat, a Scat Pack, any Dodge car pretty much that has a big engine in it. I saw a video previously, a guy talking about basically what it really costs to afford this and to be able to pay it off basically. And I thought it was a really interesting video, and I wanted to put my take into it, and because I really liked a lot of the stuff that he said. So basically, first off, the first thing that I really want people to understand is that when you buy a car like this, even though mine is just a 392 Hemi, you got to understand the gas. Pretty much the gas is really, really important, and I think a lot of people do not understand the amount of gas that this thing takes. And this is a 392, and there's already, it takes a lot of gas. So imagine a Hellcat is going to be worse. So basically, this car I have, it drains it. Even if you're driving normally, it takes a lot of gas. And obviously, it being what it is, you're not going to drive it normal. You're going to want to enjoy it because it's a Scat Pack or it's a Hellcat. You're going to want to drive it like it's meant to be driven. So, obviously, that's going to make it worse. You're not going to drive it like a regular person. And if you are, you're not really enjoying what the car can do. So, basically, just keep that in mind, man, that when you're buying a car like this, you might be going in a dealership thinking, oh, okay, I'm only the car is, say, $900 a month. That's your payment. $700 a month, whatever the case may be, $500 a month if you get a good deal. That's not the only thing you're paying for, man. You got to keep in mind for the gas. That's easily another maybe $500-600, maybe more a month that you're spending on just gas. Like, you really got to think about the gas, because a lot of people just think, oh, that's not that bad, I could do it. But they're really right on that verge when they go to this dealership and they ask for, how much is it for this car, blah blah blah, do a credit check, do a down payment. Okay, your payments are gonna end up being, let's say, $600 a month, right? Let's say $600 a month. If it's $600 a month, okay, and you're thinking in your head, okay, that's not bad, I could do that. $600 a month is not bad. But then you gotta remember the gas, especially for the engine that this monster contains under the hood. You got to think about that, man. That's another $600. So in all reality, or even more, in all reality, your monthly payment for this car is not going to be $600 a month. It might be $1,200 a month. It might be $1,400 a month when you add up with the gas. So you just got a lot of people. You got to keep that in mind, man. That's one thing that a lot of people need to understand, and they need to start thinking about just the gas alone. These are big balls. You gotta pay to play. You just gotta keep that in mind when you're purchasing this car, because that's it's really important that you think about that. The second thing that you gotta think about if you're thinking about purchasing a car like this is your life in general. Stay with me and try to understand this. I'm a person that typically, I'm not like a lot of these people. A lot of people in general. Who is these people, right? But a lot of people, I don't like to party. I don't like to go out. I don't have a lot of friends. And that helps me to save money. A lot of people aren't like that. A lot of people, especially my age, I'm only 24, 23, one of those. I can't believe I'm forgetting my age, but I'm pretty young, and I don't like to do what a lot of people in my age range like to do. I don't like to party. I don't have a lot of friends. I don't go out like that. Typically on the weekends, I'm working 24/7. And if you're wondering, I work as a server at a restaurant, at a Mexican restaurant. So basically all my money comes in tips. And yeah, man, you just got to understand that, for a person, like, say if you're young like me and you like to go out and stuff, you just got to think, man, like, a lot of people go out to eat a lot. A lot of people like to be with their friends a lot. They like to drink, and even though you're not necessarily, you got to also think, even though in certain situations you're not necessarily spending money, you are if you're not working. Does that make sense? Most people, if they're not working, if they're not making money, they're spending money. So keep that in mind too. It's just something really important that I feel like a lot of people, especially young people, don't understand, that this car comes with a lot of matureness. You have to be really mature to own this, in a sense. Not to say you can't have fun, not to say you can never do that, because I have a girlfriend. I go out with her every once in a while. I have fun every once in a while, but I control myself. That's not something I do on a regular basis. On the other hand, other people might do that on a regular basis, and that's gonna affect you, especially if you're like, if you can afford this car, but you're like in the middle. You can kind of afford it and then you can't. And that's like where I'm at. I can afford it, but I can only afford it because I'm not a person who likes to party. I'm not a person who likes to go out. I'm not a person who really likes doing all that stuff, and that takes a lot of money and time. And even though you're not necessarily even though you're not spending money, you sitting on your couch or relaxing, or you driving this, that's still money wasted because you're not working. Does that make sense? So just keep that in mind, man. Those two things are I feel like are the most important. One is just being gas. Think about gas. Really think about the gas you're going to be spending on this big engine. And two, just think about your life in general. What you do, what you like to do, how much time and effort you put into other things, how mature you are. You're the only person who knows that. I can't talk for you. I can only tell you based off my experience that, that's something you got to think about. Then of course the insurance, think about the insurance. But that's common sense. You need insurance, man. You gotta insure it. And it being a big engine is different for different people, depending on your credit, depending on maybe if you could get a co-sign from somebody. But yeah, it all varies, man. And all the other things like the oil changes, all that stuff is minor. I don't feel like that needs to be said because that comes with any car you get. So I feel like people should just know that by now. So yeah, man, that's basically what I really had to say, man. Those two things I feel like people need to really understand and really think about, because even though I'm saying it and you might think you understand me, you might not really understand me until you really think about it, because it's really true, man. That's what comes with owning this. You have to be, and a lot of people too, this car isn't necessarily a car that you get to just drive all the time and have fun. It's a car that you get to motivate you to get up and work and keep it in your house, keep it in your ownership, if that makes sense. This car's supposed to motivate you. And of course, you driving it and you showing it off, it makes you feel nice. Other people like your car, like, of course. But at the same time, if you're gonna get a car like this, make sure like you're ready with everything that it comes with, not just that monthly payment of what it costs, but the fuel, and in general, what do you like to do, and what do you like to spend your time on, and how much money you're making. You gotta just keep that in mind, man. Don't make sure you got your priorities straight, is what I'm trying to say. Because even though people say money doesn't bring you happiness, money necessarily doesn't, but materialistic stuff do, in my opinion. But yet again, you want to be able to balance that and not become a slave to working and to not having fun. Because obviously having fun, being with your friends, being outside, doing things you like to do, that's important too. So just keep that in mind, man. That's all I had to say, really. Let me know in the comments, what you think, or if you understand anything I'm saying, or if you got any questions, if you're confused about something, because I'm not really sure if I worded it the perfect exact way that you would understand it. But anyway, man, like I said, my name is Junior. I'm working, like I said, on my previous. If you made it to the end of the video, I bought a couple parts for the charger. I bought a splitter. I bought a side skirt. I bought a rear diffuser. A couple videos are up on my YouTube channel. If you could, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. I'm gonna try my best to keep uploading content, keep bringing my ideas and adding stuff to the car, to the channel. I'm not a car person, so I don't know anything about engine or anything dealing with the engine, other than the basic stuff. I don't know. I'm not a real deep car person. I just love the car. I just love to drive it. And I love to do videos like this. So yeah, man. Again, like I said, my name is Junior. And I hope to see y'all on the next one.